You didn't start the trade war. You didn't negotiate tariffs, but you are footing the bill every time you shop for groceries, buy a phone, or gas up your car. While politicians argue, everyday people like you and me quietly pay the price. It's invisible, it's frustrating, and it's real. Trade wars might sound like something out of an economics textbook or a headline that only affects CEOs and diplomats. But here's the truth. These global battles directly impact your budget, your shopping list, and even your retirement savings. In this video, we're breaking down what trade wars really are, how they hurt your wallet, and most importantly, what you can do to stay financially sharp while nations clash. A trade war starts when countries argue over trade rules, and instead of solving things diplomatically, they start taxing each other's goods. These taxes are called tariffs, and they're placed on imports to make foreign goods more expensive. The idea is to protect local industries, but what often happens? Prices go up, and consumers like you end up with fewer options and higher costs. In 2018, the U.S. placed heavy tariffs on steel, aluminum, and over $300 billion worth of Chinese goods. In response, China hit back with tariffs on American exports like soybeans, cars, and even lobster. Suddenly, farmers, factory workers, tech companies, and regular shoppers were all caught in the middle. Prices rose, stocks dipped, some industries shrank. That's the cost of a trade war. And it doesn't just affect businesses, it hits households. Let's talk specifics. Here's how trade wars show up in everyday life. Groceries get pricier. Tariffs on agricultural goods lead to cost spikes on everything from cheese and beef to fruit and spices. Even products grown locally can become more expensive because they rely on imported fertilizers, machinery, or packaging. So when you're at the store wondering why eggs are up another 50 cents, it might not be inflation, it might be tariffs. Electronics and appliances. Phones, laptops, TVs, most are assembled overseas. When tariffs hit components like batteries, screens, or microchips, those costs get passed on to you. You might not notice it until you're checking out, and that laptop is $75 more than expected. Cars and gas cars are a global product. Parts are made all over Japan, Germany, Mexico, China. Tariffs on steel, aluminum, or parts mean higher manufacturing costs. You pay more at the dealership or on repairs. And gas, if tariffs affect oil imports or transportation costs, you'll feel it at the pump. Rent and construction costs. Construction materials like lumber, steel, and glass are often imported. Tariffs increase the cost of building homes and apartments. And guess what? When it costs more to build, landlords raise the rent. You don't need to own a house to feel the ripple effects. Sneaky price increases across the board. It's not just what's taxed, it's everything connected to it. Shipping containers, packaging, energy costs. Even your favorite local business might raise prices if their suppliers are affected. So a $2 increase here, a $5 increase there, it adds up fast. Unlike sales tax, there's no tariff fee listed on your receipt. Instead, companies adjust quietly, raising prices, shrinking portion sizes, or changing suppliers. You just feel it in your budget. But few people realize it's part of a global conflict happening in the background. To be fair, tariffs can protect jobs in certain industries, especially manufacturing. If local businesses can compete better without being undercut by cheaper imports, that's a win, right? In theory, yes. But in practice, the cost is often higher than the gain. The benefits take time if they ever arrive, while the price hikes hit right away. So for most households, the pain of a trade war outweighs any short-term protection. Here's the good news. You can't stop a trade war, but you can adjust your strategy. Buy smart. Look for alternatives to heavily imported goods. Generic brands or locally sourced options can soften the blow. Track inflation by category. Pay attention to where prices are rising fastest. Food, tech, clothing. That's your signal to budget differently. Price compare aggressively. Some companies pass the tariff cost directly to you. Others don't. Use apps and tools to compare prices before you buy. Think long-term in investing. If you're investing, know which industries are most vulnerable during trade wars, like retail, tech, or auto, and which might benefit, like domestic manufacturing or agriculture. Diversify and stay informed. Trade wars may be global, but their effects are deeply personal. From From the gas station to the grocery store, tariffs sneak into your spending, quietly straining your budget. The more you understand how they work, the better you can defend your dollars. You don't need a degree in economics to feel the impact, just a smart plan and a sharper eye. If this helped you, hit that like button and subscribe for more clear, practical finance tips. Because when the world gets messy, your money doesn't have to.